All right, next up, we've got men's singles. We're going to start here at this semifinal match. We've got Chris Haworth taking on Jack Sock. Jack Sock keeps inching his way closer and closer to a gold medal. So let's see if this is the weekend for him. All right, so we'll jump in here. This is game one. Game point for Chris Haworth. Look at this. Off the net. Jack Sock lobs it. Not a bad lob, but Chris Haworth with a winner. So Chris Haworth going to take game one 11-4. Game two, we'll jump in here. It's 3-7. Chris Haworth trying to get back in this thing. Look at this shot from Jack Sock, but Chris Haworth defends it perfectly. Cuts the lead to 3. Jack Sock actually had game point at 10-6, but Chris Haworth coming back now. Chris Haworth just lands that one in there, and Jack Sock down. He's giving it everything he's got. Jack Sock, another chance at game point here on 11-10. Comes up to the kitchen. Backhand, nice get. Off the net. Oh! Gets a piece of it for the ATP attempt. Doesn't land in. He just chills down there. Chris Haworth ends up tying it up. Looking to get the lead. Jack Sock up at the kitchen. Moving Chris Haworth around. Chris just popping it up. Lobbing everything. Jack Sock. Overheads. Can't find an angle. Tries that one. Backhand. Puts that in the open space. Gets the serve back. 11-11 now. Jack Sock. Chance to take the lead. Comes up to the kitchen off the net cord. Gets that one to land in. Wow, so Jack Sock. Game point again. The Jack Sock looking to force a third game. Inside out in the corner. That's wide. And he gets it done. Wow, Jack Sock screaming. So game three, Jack Sock looking great. Up 4-0. Baseline to baseline. Jack comes up. Inside out, little roll shot. Overhead. Goes to the right. Comes in. Goes inside out for the winner. 5-0. Chris Haworth starting to put some points on the board. It's 1-5 here. He gets it to 2, and listen in.
Difference. If he gets...
Technical warning, profanity.
Oh! He said go to the net one time. Talking to himself. It's a 1-point game here. 6-5. Jack Sock looking to increase the lead to 2. Up at the kitchen. Puts one right on the line. It's called out. Jack Sock challenges. Look how close this is. What do you think? In or out? If any part of the ball is touching that line, it's in. They call it in. That is like the tiniest little sliver touching the line there. Chris Haworth is like, wait, what? What? Look at his face. He's like, are you kidding me?
I'm in disbelief as well.
Look, I don't know if that AI tracker is accurate, but if it is, okay, yeah, technically that is in because it did touch the line by the smallest of measurements. So that means Jack Sock is up by 2. It's 7-5. Gonna rip a forehand down the line. Backhand, that pops up. Chris Haworth is jacked up, screaming. You can tell by his face, he's like, oh, got a little carried away there. So it's 5-7. Jack Sock, backhand. Chris Haworth up at the kitchen. Gets passed by Jack Sock, who screams right back at Chris Haworth. So we end up at 8-9. Chris Haworth with a chance to tie it. And look at this shot. How did that drop in there? Ties it up at 9. Jack Sock had match point. Couldn't get it done. We're tied up at 10. He's got a chance to get it to match point again. Baseline to baseline. Stays in the middle of the court. Comes up to the kitchen. Pushes it back with the backhand. That's off the net. Jack Sock was dealing with lead cords all game long. Not going his way finally. He's like, yes, that one went my way. Thank you. Jack Sock is like a funnier, cooler version of Colin Johns. Jack Sock couldn't get it done on another match point. Here we are at 11-11. Chris Haworth looking to take the lead. Another neck cord. Just when Jack Sock thought they would start going his way. So Chris Haworth has match point on 12-11 to make it to a gold medal. Just hits the line there, and that's wide. Chris Haworth gets it done. What a match. 2 games going to 13 points. All right, so let's see who Chris Haworth is going to face in the finals. It's going to be either Jaume Martinez-Vich or Christian Alshon. Let's jump into game 3 of their semifinal match over on Grandstand. Check this out. It's 8-6, game 3. Up at the kitchen, little cat and mouse. Backhand get from Alshon. Look at these gets. This rally's crazy. Alshon back at the baseline now. Trying to drop one in there. He's out wide. Pops that up. Overhead from Jaume. Finally finds a spot. Jaume goes up 9-6. 6-9. Alshon serving. Down by 3. We're up at the kitchen. How about this? Nice little patty cake. Jaume pops that up. Gets that one. Oh, and just wide. So Alshon cuts the deficit to 2. Jaume with the serve once again. 9-7. Alshon comes up to the kitchen right away. What a get on the forehand. Another great get with the backhand and tucks that one in there. Jaume hits it in the net. So Jaume on 9-7. Trying to get it to a match point. He does. So Jaume with the chance to face Chris Haworth on Sunday. He could get this here. Christian Alshon holding it down at the kitchen. Nice backhand get. Jaume fires off the net and out. Oh, no. He's so mad. Spikes his hat. So Alshon has a chance here. Down by 3. Up at the kitchen. Back and forth. Hits a nice angle. Jaume forced to retreat. Look at this. Alshon seems like he's just going to really try and go for his forehand quite a bit. He's over there on that left side. Not giving up on it. I don't know what he's waiting for. Keeps going there. And then finally hits another angle. Jaume gets to that one. Pops that up. Overhead. Easy shot for Alshon. Gets it to 8-10. Alshon gets it to a 1-point game. It's a winner down the line. 10-10. So Alshon now has match point. 11-10. Jaume up at the kitchen. Trying to keep Christian back. And that's long. Oh! Spikes his paddle. Wow. So Alshon heading to the finals, but hold up. Did we see that spike? Watch this again. Oh, man. Look at that bounce. Flies all the way off court. That could have been bad if that went in a different direction. That reminds me of this moment with DJ Young. Oh, slams his paddle in the crowd. He's like, my bad, my bad. Can I get that back, though? I need that. Thank you. I think this was back in 2023. This was the best crash out paddle smash of all time, in my opinion. So this one comes close, but I don't know if he got as much distance as DJ Young did. Still, solid paddle smash. And then, oh my gosh, look at the cringiness from Christian Alshon. Watch. Superman! Rawr, I'm so strong. Okay, this is the second time I've seen him do this. This is his new thing now. He just got rid of the Tweener King name on his social media. How soon until he does something with like the Superman of pickleball? That wasn't the only paddle throw we had this weekend. Check this one out. Paris Todd and Christian Alshon losing to the Johnson siblings. Who do you think's going to toss the paddle? It's not Alshon. Watch Paris Todd. And that wasn't even the only paddle throw we had this weekend. Check this one out. At the end of the semifinal for mixed doubles, Christian Alshon, Paris Todd against the Johnson siblings. Who do you think's going to... That wasn't even the only paddle throw we had this weekend. Check this out. Johnson siblings defeating Christian Alshon and Paris Todd in the semifinal. Who do you think it's going to be? Christian Alshon? No, it's Paris Todd. Watch. Tosses her paddle in the backpack. I think Paris Todd might have been hanging out with Jaume a little too long. A little safer than Jaume, though. You know, she throws it into the bag. And we had another one here. Look who it is. It's Zane Ford. Watch this. Slides a little bit. Wins the point. Whoa! Then tosses his paddle at the fence. I think he was angry because the courts were slippery. Zane Ford on a solid crash out streak. All right, so let's move on to the gold medal match. Chris Haworth is going to take on Christian Alshon. So we'll jump in here. It's 5-6. Alshon looking to tie it up. Going to come up to the kitchen. Backhand get, pops that up, and look at that. Lands right in the corner. That is impressive. Chris Haworth down by 1 here. It's 7-8. Going to come up to the kitchen. How about Tui? Ripping balls. Gets it tied up at 8. Chris Haworth took game 1, 11-8. Game 2, in and out of rain delays. It's kind of annoying to watch. I don't know why it cracks me up to see Christian Alshon with an umbrella, especially when Chris Haworth doesn't have one. Not to mention, it is a huge umbrella. Haworth doing great in game 2 here. Alshon trying to get on the board. 0-3, and look at that shot. Stays with it. Gets it to 1-3. Alshon down by 5 here. He's not giving up. Comes up to the kitchen. Nice forehand grab. Another one. That's off the net. Ooh, quick hands. Gets it to 5-9. Alshon working his way back into this thing. He's going to get it to a 2-point game. Oh, no. Down goes Haworth. So Alshon looking to get it to a 1-point game now. Drops that in there. Can't get up. That's off the net. Here he comes. Both of them at the kitchen. Little dink battle. Oh, Haworth hits that in the net. So it's 8-9 now. And right as that happens, the rain comes back again. So finally, we come back after quite a big break. Let's see if Alshon can still battle, even though he lost his momentum. All right, he ties it up at 9. Alshon looking to take the lead, get it to a game point. That's long. He does. So Alshon has a chance to take game 2 here. It's game point. Haworth ripping drives. That one's long. Haworth going to try and tie it up. So 9-10 for Chris Haworth. Forehand. Nice shot. Alshon slips. He is down. So Chris Haworth has a chance to get it to match point. Going to come up to the kitchen. Backhand. That's off the net. Oh, and Alshon. Unforced error in the nets. And so match point. Chris Haworth up at the kitchen. Alshon doing a good job. All over the place, but can't get to that one. So Haworth with the comeback in game 2. Wow, very impressive. So Haworth going to win his first gold medal as a PPA signed pro. He did win gold in San Clemente last year, but he was not officially signed with the PPA Tour.
If I am going to lose, I'm happy to lose to somebody using my paddle. I see you. I see you. He's using my paddle.
Of course, even when he loses, makes it about himself. When it comes to pickleball, there is a lot of stuff you need to buy. The good news is you can get it all in one place at pickleballcentral.com. If you don't know what pickleballcentral.com is, they have literally everything pickleball related on here. Paddles, balls, shoes, nets, all the gear you need, even pickleball machines, anything pickleball related, you're gonna find it on here. I always love taking a look, seeing what's new. It's like they got a new Diadem paddle. They have the new Yola dual certification. Interesting colors on these. Okay. I'm a big fan of the Proton Flamingo. What is this? Arty Pickleball? Okay, they got some hats, some tote bags. Whoa, what is this? California. It's like an artsy paddle. Are you supposed to play with these or just like hang them up on your wall? So anyways, no matter what you're looking for, head on over to pickleballcentral.com. Go take a look at what they got. The best way to get there is by hitting that link down in the description below. That's going to give you a discount automatically applied at your checkout. So save yourself some money. Head on over to pickleballcentral.com and go get yourself some new pickleball gear.